Hello, everyone. This is Independent Conservative. I am Ryan Bolin. Thank you all for joining me once again. So, this story I'm about to read to you guys is really insane. It's about this lady who, I think in South Carolina, who's a former mom who's about to be let out of prison for killing her two children. And the article would describe to you how she did it, and it's just insane. And it's been discovered that she's been having phone sex with some I guess lovers outside the prison, and now she's trying to find sugar daddies, according to the headline in the article, to try to help pay her way when she gets out. You can't make this stuff up. So I read this and I was like, man, I got to talk about this because I got to talk about this on behalf of the system, on the behalf of this lady, and on the behalf of the men who wants to be her sugar daddy. I mean, what are you thinking? But anyway, let's get right into this. I found this to be very interesting and also disheartening and sickening. Okay. But the article starts off, Susan Smith, who murdered her two young sons in 1994. Wow. That long ago, has reportedly been working to find, quote, sugar daddies to pay her bills if she gets out of prison. So let me rephrase that. The headline states, the first sentence rather states that there's indication that she may or may not get out, but let's go even further because it says if she gets out of prison. Right? It goes on, Smith's first parole hearing for her life sentence is set for November 4th. And relatives claim she believes she will finally be set free, the New York Post reported Tuesday. Now, you're going to discover some crazy stuff in this, but let's go on. Oh, my goodness. Sick world, man. The outlet cited family sources in South Carolina prison call recordings when it reported that the 52-year-old has been trying to find men to bankroll her life if she is released, and she has allegedly engaged in phone sex with those persons. Wow. One man reportedly told her he had saved a large amount of money to support her, the amount being approximately, get this now, I'm going to read that again. One man reportedly told her he had saved a large amount of money to support her, the amount being approximately $220,000. $220,000. The Post continued, after a short pause, Smith sighed, I love you so much, she said, according to this Post. I love you too, he replied, before they began to make kissing noises to each other. The conversation then turned sexual, complete with giggling and heavy breathing. Wow. But this man is not alone, the article goes on to say. Smith has carried on sexual and romantic conversations with at least a dozen men in the past 3 years, according to prison call recordings, which are public under South Carolina law. Smith was found guilty of letting her, now this is the part that's disgusting. Smith was found guilty of letting her car roll into a lake in Union County, South Carolina, while her children, 3-year-old Michael and 14-month-old Alexander, were still in the car seats. Following their deaths, the woman lied to police, telling them, now here's the part that I wanted to on here too. Following their deaths, the woman lied to police, telling them a black man had carjacked her and taken her children, and authorities launched a manhunt as a result. So the authorities are going after a black man, according to what she says, that did this. But obviously it was a lie. Now, obviously you already know this woman is white, okay? So clearly this is a white woman, and one could argue that it's a racial thing. Maybe it was racial by her saying that, or it could have just been her just trying to get her, just being vindictive. Who knows? But she lied on the report, lied to the police, and said it was a black man that carjacked her and that's crazy. It's following her the death. The woman lied to police, telling them a black man had carjacked her and taken her children. Why would anybody want to do that? Anyway, crazy. And by the way, incidentally, the picture of this woman, if you go to the description box below and you type in breitbartnews.com and look at the article, she's not all that attractive. She's not really all that attractive. I'm not saying it because of her race. She's really not all that attractive. And I can't help but wonder, what pictures did she send these so-called potential sugar babies that she's trying to get with? I don't know what pictures she's sent them, but we're going to get into the detail of that. But it's like, man, oh man, oh man, oh man. What is wrong with everybody, man? What is wrong with people's ability to control themselves? But anyway, she eventually admitted that there was no carjacker and that she took the lives of her own children. So you told a flat out lie like that. Okay. The alleged motive for now there's a part that's interesting too and sickening as well. The alleged motive for the murders were due to Smith having an affair with a man who did not want children. So you take their lives. Her now ex-husband, David Smith, later remarried and had 2 more children, the Post article said, adding he does not plan to support authorities releasing her. You think? According to the Daily Mail, Smith has incurred infractions during her prison stay for drugs, self-mutilation, and having sex with guards. Sex with guards. Well, I haven't said it anyway. Sex with guards. Okay. They don't need me. I'm trying to keep from getting flagged or censored or whatever, Well, I didn't say it, so whatever happens. The article also noted, quote, her stepfather, Beverly Russell, admitted during the initial court case that he had molested Smith as a teen and had consensual sex with her as an adult. One correctional officer accused of having sex with Smith told Inside Edition in 2019 that he lost everything as a result. She's a manipulator and good at it, he said. End of article. Yeah, man. Where do you even begin with something so twisted and so crazy? Well, the first thing I wanted to begin with is the fact that these so-called potential sugar babies that she's looking for and I'm going to make the assumption that she sent these guys photos, with this having this phone sex and all this stuff. And she sent these guys photos of herself. And I don't know how that happens. I've never been in prison, so I don't know if they allow prisoners, well, I worked in the corrections facility, in the county jail. I worked there as a corrections officer for about 3 months, but it's not the same, whatever. So I don't know if they allow, these inmates to bring pictures, old pictures. I don't know, maybe not, I don't know. But I can't help but wonder if she was able to send pictures to these guys. They would have to be the best looking pictures, obviously, because the picture of her, the photos that they do show, she's not ugly, but she's not really all that attractive. So what could she have possibly said to these men? Especially that one man that wants to set aside $220,000? Man, that dog. Maybe I should look for a sugar dad, or sugar woman, or sugar something. I don't know. My goodness, $220,000. This brother must have some serious dough. He got some serious dough to allow this woman to manipulate him to the point where he's willing to give her $220,000 to help her. That is insane, man. But it shows you the level of really the level of her ability, as the last guy said in the article, the level of this woman's ability to manipulate. She clearly had this man's mind to convince him, and she probably never met the man, and she had phone sex, obviously, with him, and never met the man to have him convinced to give away, to have $220,000 set aside for her if she gets out. My goodness, bro. Let's assume that this man didn't see her. He never met her, but she was good with this stuff over the phone, whatever she was saying, how she was saying it. I have no clue. The article doesn't go into the detail of that, but whatever she was doing and saying over the phone, and whatever words she was using, whatever a tone she was using, must have had this brother so wrapped up and so lust-filled that he said, I'm going to save $220,000 aside for this sister because I got to be with her, man. My goodness. And, that's just insane, man. That's just insane. But it goes to show you, once again, this woman's ability to be able to manipulate men like this. Because as I said, the photo that the article does have of her is not a very attractive photo. Now, I'm not saying this woman is not attractive at all in other photos. She might be, But the photo that we have, she's not all that attractive. And I don't think it's I think one of them is not a mug shot. It's not because in the mug shot, that's how you look. You look like a mug shot. Except for the look, you look like a mug. You don't look all that appealing. And it's designed not to make you look that way. The mug shot is designed to make you look like a criminal. I don't care who you are. It's all psychological. That's crazy, right? Why would you want to design to make a person look like a criminal? What if they're not really a criminal? You know, what if they've been falsely accused and the mugshot make them look like a criminal? You make people think that they're a criminal, but anyway. Whatever picture she gave him, you know, whatever kind of picture she gave him, it must have really gotten at him. You know, if she sent him a picture, it must have really, really moved his brother. But assuming there were no pictures and it was just words and tones of voice over the phone, she must have really, really been good with this. And it just goes to show you now, the other thing too that's crazy too that I wanted to speak on is not only that is this woman extremely manipulative, but she's has a dark heart and a cold heart to put, you know, to kill her children by drowning. You know, to take her, you know, I didn't say that. I hate to say that because, God, I don't want this video to get flagged or tagged or whatever they say that, you know. Gosh, you got to watch every little thing you say on YouTube nowadays. To unalive, but I didn't say it, but to take the lives of these two children here through drowning. And because the man she was with didn't want to have children, just shows you just how dark her heart is. I mean, not only is this woman extremely manipulative and have convinced a man to set aside $220,000 for freaking crying out loud. This is almost $250,000 for her to be one of her sugar daddies, right? She has a cold heart because your former ex or whatever didn't want to have children. You decide you want to take the children's lives like that. I mean, she could have at least given them up for adoption or whatever, but to do that, this is a person who is totally absorbed with themselves. She is totally absorbed with themselves. Now, I know a friend of mine is probably watching this video right now, and she oftentimes have accused me of being insensitive, so I try my best to monitor what I say. I'm trying to be a little better at that because I can be a little rough around the edges. I know, I get it. You know, I get it. I can be a little rough in the way that I talk about certain situations. But I mean, you know, at the end of the day, certain things need to be pointed out. But I try to monitor that. And having said that, I'm pretty sure if she's watching this video, she's probably saying to herself, you know, we need to pray for her. You know, we need to pray, and we do need to pray for her. We need to pray for her. We need to pray for her, like as Christians, that we need to pray for all people that don't know the Lord. We need to pray for them, okay? Not just her, okay? She needs deliverance, prayer, and everything else, okay? But at the same time, this woman is a cold-hearted killer and manipulator. And to end this video on this note, I find it crazy that they would be even contemplating, thinking about releasing her. Doesn't say that she's going to actually be released, and I wanted to make sure that I corrected that because I think I said that at the beginning of the video that she was being released. Okay, I'm correcting that. She's not actually being released. She's going to the parole board, and the possibility is that she may be released. Family members believe she might be released during this time. But let's assume that she does get the release. You know, I mean, should she be getting released? I don't think so. You know, this is a horrible crime. You just unalive. You took the life of your two children by drowning. That's just horrible. And it just goes to show you that politicians, once again, this goes back to these soft peddling politicians and how they are towards people that are just horrible and have horrible minds and horrible dark hearts to even be thinking about allowing this woman to be set free. I mean, she should get the death penalty in my opinion. But this is the America we're living in right now. We're living in a country who feels sorry for criminals and penalizes good people. They praise and adore and elevate criminals and murderers, but penalizes moral people who are trying to do the right thing. You make sense of it. Try to make that make sense. It doesn't make sense, and it never will make sense, okay? But yeah, that's crazy, and I wanted to talk about that because I just wanted to make the comment about how manipulative this woman actually is. You know, I mean, anytime you have that kind of money, and I keep going back to that brother with the $220,000. that you willing to lay aside $220,000. Oh man, for this woman, I mean, man, oh man, that's extremely manipulative. And provided if she does get out, I feel sorry for any man that fools with her. I don't know how many sugar daddies she's looking for, but I feel sorry for any man that fools with this woman because she's going to manipulate them just like she manipulated this one man for the $220,000. She's going to manipulate every last one of them. This woman has not changed, and I don't believe she has learned anything. Clearly she hasn't, because she's trying to get sugar daddies if she gets out to take care of her. So if she was manipulative before then, she's going to be manipulative when she gets out. Come on, man. That's just really, to me, that's common sense. Don't fall for it, bro. Don't fall for it, man. You already got. But anyway, that's what I think about that. It's just crazy. It's just insane. But what do you guys think about this woman? Leave your comments in the comment section below. Like, share, and subscribe to my channel. God bless you all. See you again.